Hello, good morning, and happy Thanksgiving week to everybody. And I'll send along my Thanksgiving here at the end of the tape. But wanted to hit you with a few ideas and follow-ups that we had a really excellent leadership meeting last week, and we have much to be thankful for as an organization. And I think the least of which is the power of some incredibly smart people on our team who, through some good conversations, great ideas, we've got some really good things that'll be happening coming out of the leadership meeting. I kind of let the team know as we started, and I just want to alert you that we're dealing with some very difficult things in our business right now. The first and foremost, which is it's one of the toughest labor markets I've ever been involved in, and I've been doing this for 32 years. There's extreme competition for our employees, and our ability to hire the right people and engage them is tested, and it's challenged. And it doesn't mean that the fact that we're having trouble doing that we've gotten worse. In fact, we've continued to improve, thank goodness, our employee experience and the whole benefit package, the culture, the things that we offer to our employees. But it's the toughest time to do it. So everything is getting tested right now. And as I told the team, even small fissures, cracks in how we do things. In the past, we could have gotten by without doing them all correctly. The whole ESP, the hiring process, being great cultural leaders, all of that we could have just been C plus maybe in an economy that has 9% unemployment. Now you get down to an economy that in most of our states is down around 4%, which is pretty much reaching full employment. Tons of options, tons of opportunities. I don't know if you'll be able to see the details, but I saw this morning, hiring exceptional nurses. It was in our Louisville Courier Journal. They're offering student loan payback up to $24,000, signing bonus up to $6,000, pick 6 of financial options, kind of throwing out some big numbers for new staff RNs. These are first-time graduates and younger nurses that they're trying to gather on for what will be a tenured period of service to do that payback. But you can see there how competitive it's getting for talent, and I don't see that easing because there is an obvious nursing shortage. So we're going to have to do more of growing our own. We're going to have to do more of retaining those people. We're still averaging our 3-month average nearly 50% on employee turnover. And so we have to get better at every part of the employee experience. Sort of working in there and competing for time as we also are having transformational things in the hospital sector. Relative to the ACO formation, recidivism pressures, the new knee and hip joint replacement coming next year. All of those type things are going to be requiring us to be better clinically at a time where we're stressing a little bit to find the right clinicians and caregivers as well as other people to work in our business. So the big message on a more macro basis is we've got to get better in all the things that we do, and better than we were 3 or 4 years ago, and I think we have the idea to do that. Secondarily, I think we also have to think about how we can leverage our clustering and our resources to be better. The Voyager program is one example of these. One of the clinical support nurses that was in orientation last week, in her response to me, wondered why we weren't running our own nursing pool in those areas where we're actually close to each other, and that's something that we should be thinking about. Okay, is that where we have, rather than a Voyager, maybe we just run a nursing pool of our own. And so really good ideas, but I think we're going to have to look for ways to be efficient. And one item that came out of leadership meeting to allow us to be more efficient in morning service was, to start the clinical meeting post serving breakfast. And so perhaps we'll start our morning stand-up at 9 o'clock, and then at shortly thereafter that we'll convene the clinical meeting. That idea actually came again, not from the leadership team, it was discussed there, but from one of our mentor preceptor candidates from when I spent time with them, asked why, during a time period when we need to have more hands on deck to get the breakfast going, get the morning going, we were in clinical meeting. And I think it was a great question. I think we can be more efficient by getting the building up and going in the morning. As I reflected upon that change, which will be announced in the morning calls, it's actually going to be better. Nurses can be on the floor, the DHS, ADHS, and they can kind of get closer to any things that transpire as we get prepared for the CCM by being out there helping with people. So all good things relative to that, but just kind of a heads up. The last part, as it relates to our clinical area, you'll be seeing us rolling out in 2016 additional clinical support resources. Not just the two and three, perhaps three people we suggested with our 10th division, but in taking a look at how we're using some of our other resources, we think we can A, invest a bit more dollars, but B, fill a couple open positions and add more clinical support, to our campuses so that they can assist with, improving people. And we're going to be calling upon clinical support to be more involved in the campus from an educational perspective, from a, obviously TBV perspective, but investing and becoming closer to those campus operations. Can't do that without providing additional resources. It's not our style to ask for more without providing. And again, let's look for more details on that in the coming future. The Navigator transaction is moving towards closing on December 1st. We're very thankful, as I've said in the past, about what the outcome of Navigator. I think doubly more thankful because we have Navigator fatigue, those of us, especially the finance team and legal team who've been working diligently on this transaction literally for nearly a year. We're going to be really thankful when it closes, and we're excited about starting a new chapter. And again, as I said, thankful where the outcome. I couldn't be more pleased with our corporate structure, our available resources to continue to guide Trilogy on in the future to a higher and better things, as we know. And so I think it's all good in that respect. But in closing, as I said in starting, we are thankful. This is a week of gratitude. We're thankful for each and every one of you and your leadership and the support and service you provide for our mission of serving our employees, our customers, their families, and our communities. We have ample resources to run our company. Not every organization can say that. And that happens because of people like you. The resources don't come first. It's really the people and the business and the great things that we do that generate the financial returns, and which then again, those attract financial resources. We've always remembered our flywheel to success. We never try to get things out of order. It always starts with servant leadership and engaged employees. Yes, we're challenged in the retention stage, but I'm confident. I have full confidence in each and every one of you, the teams that you lead, that with the right approach, we're going to make it happen, make it be better. So God bless each and every one of you and your families. Have a great Thanksgiving week. It's a great start to the holiday season as always, and we wish you and your family the very best. Happy Thanksgiving.